First Coast Living live.
And David Benfield.
Sounds good to me.
Well, come join us.
This is First Coast Living.
Hello, happy Monday, and welcome to First Coast Living. I'm Jordan Wilkerson.
I'm David Benfield. Thank you for starting your week with us.
Yeah, did you have a good weekend?
We had a weekend.
Oh, it was a weekend to be had. Okay.
Well, you know, like we were telling you guys, Gwen has had those ear infections, right? So,
Yeah.
So this week, so Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we had to take her to the doctor to get the antibiotic shot.
No.
One in each leg. Bow, bow. So Gwen was not having a good weekend, which subsequently means that we didn't have a good weekend.
But she's better.
Oh my Lord! So she woke up this morning and it was just like, bow! It was awesome. She's back.
Good,
It was
good.
so
I'm
cool.
glad
It
to
was
hear
very
it.
Good to hear.
All right. Well, you guys see we've got a jam-packed show.
do.
Lots of people are here today, so we got to get right to it. But before we get to that, it's time for
Come on.
Say What? And attention parents,
Yes.
the back-to-school sales tax holiday is back starting today. And I didn't realize it goes till August 20th. It's a month long.
that's awesome.
Back in the day when we were growing up, it was like a week.
Yeah, I think it was like it was like just
Maybe
a
it was a weekend, then it was a week, I don't know, and then now a month. But tax exemption items include
might be
personal
too old for
computers, computer accessories, wallets and bags, school supplies, along with clothing and footwear. There are some limitations on how much the items can cost. And just set a reminder, though, because you have a month. So the tax holiday starts today, goes until
Very
August
cool.
20th.
Right on.
That is such a big deal for families trying to
it is
save
cool.
some
You
money,
can
you
save
know?
a lot of money with that. That's
That's
amazing.
right.
That's very cool. All right, well, let's just kick things off right now. We are living in the Winn-Dixie Kitchen, brought to you by ProCraft Cabinetry, and we're talking with the good people from Fat Boy Fried Rice. Let's go, gentlemen. How are
Joshua,
you?
Jay, and Sammy and
We
Wes.
appreciate you guys for having us. Thank you.
It smells amazing in here, you guys.
Listen, if there was smell-o-vision, you guys at home would be like, what?
Yes.
Slap you in the face with yum-yums. What
So-
we got going on?
Yeah,
So
what do you
today
guys
we
do?
have
Great.
the beef bulgogi fried rice. This one's gonna be our thin sliced beef. We do a sweet soy ginger marinade with this one. And then this one is our diced pork belly. This is our Filipino dish.
wow.
And basically these two comes with like a sweet and spicy sauces on top. So
Sounds
we brought the
amazing.
two most popular dishes on the
Okay,
show today. Yes, ma'am.
tell us too, because it started out as a food truck, but you do have a brick and mortar opening
Yes,
soon.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Congratulations.
Yes, ma'am. So on the 24th this week, we will be doing our grand opening. So we would love to see you guys there. We do have the food truck still running at Beach Boulevard.
Okay.
What's the address again?
So we
ma'am?
have we have two amazing locations to the food truck. We have one at 11450 Beach Boulevard, and then we will have one at 1429 Cassett Avenue.
Okay, and then where's the restaurant going to
And the
be?
restaurant will be at 9735 Oates and Augustine Road.
Yes,
Man,
ma'am.
you got it memorized.
Come
I
see
love
us,
that.
bro. Come see us. Come see us.
All right, so give us the Fat Boy Fried Rice spiel.
Yeah.
Tell us about, if we've never tried it
Yes,
before.
ma'am. 100%.
And then we'll try this.
Yes, ma'am. So basically, we started off in the backyard, just basically taking pictures, posting them online. And we had a lot of friends and family kind of reach out like, hey man, how can we get this food? And that's
Right.
basically how we started, kind of saved our money from there and bought the first food truck. And we were like, you know what, man, this is a lot of fun. We wanted our friends and family to come work with us. So we basically kind of just snowballed from there.
That's great.
ma'am. Yes,
Aw,
ma'am.
well, congratulations.
Yes, ma'am.
Obviously doing something right, and it has a lot to do with
ma'am.
this.
So we would love for you guys to try our. We're basically kind of gonna plate it exactly how you see it on our food truck here. So this
Okay.
is the thin slice beef bulgogi. And then with this one right here, we do a
We actually have
sweet.
forks, I'm pretty sure.
Perfect.
We're always out of forks.
So we do a sweet mayo sauce on top on this one. And then you can also get these on the side. And then we wanted to do a sweet and spicy sauce on top here.
Whoa.
Yes, ma'am. And then these are our fried onions for the crunch.
Oh my gosh,
And then we
this
do
is
some
huge.
scallions for the flavor. So that's basically how everything's gonna look right there.
Oh,
So
here we go. Check it out.
And that's, you said bulgogi?
yes, ma'am. This is our
What-
beef bulgogi fried
I've
rice.
heard of that, but what does that mean exactly?
So,
bulgogi.
bulgogi
is it a
is-
style of cooking? Or?
It's actually a Korean dish.
Oh, okay.
So yes, ma'am. So our food is mostly Asian fusion. So
Okay. All different types. Oh man.
Oh, dude.
We got about a minute left for this one. Do we want to try
Okay,
this
yeah,
one
yeah.
now or in the
That-
second one?
Save that one for the second.
okay, cool,
got more
cool.
time,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Tell me
Yes,
a little bit
ma'am.
more about what I'm grubbing on right now.
This is amazing,
Yes,
you
ma'am.
guys.
So this one is, like I said, thin slice
Holy cow.
bulgogi. We do a soy ginger marinade with this one. We had a little bit of vegetables and stuff like that on there. So
Wow.
let us know how you guys like it.
The flavor is outstanding.
Awesome.
And I do like the elements of like the crunch and
Yes,
the
ma'am.
sauce
Yes,
and
ma'am.
Dog, that is stupid.
Thank you,
the
man.
meat is perfect. Wow, no wonder you guys are doing well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, well,
Breathe.
we do have another one coming up with you guys, so I can't wait to try that too.
Let's do it.
Oh, and really quickly, There's a little bit of spice in here, but I can totally handle it.
No, it's great.
That's nice.
Yes, it's got a little bit of back note to it, but it is nothing crazy about it.
The only reason I
This is
say that's
delicious.
because everyone knows I'm like can't handle spice, but this
I'm
is
gonna
delicious.
slide out. You guys drive us home. I'm gonna go walk out. But while
right,
I do
I'll
that,
keep eating.
Where do we find you guys? Give us the location for the brick and mortar one more time and for the grand opening.
It'll be at 9735 Old St. Augustine Road, July 24th.
Okay, awesome. Thank you guys
Yes,
so
thank
much.
you
I
so
can't
much.
wait to
Thank
try
you,
the
thank
next
you.
dish. This is absolutely delicious. Giving David more time, and I think you're ready now. I'm just gonna keep eating.
Perfect timing. All right, who's ready to laugh? I'm joined by comedian Madeline Grendelin. She's helping us kick off First Coast Living's Week of Comedy. Hello, good to see you.
Hey,
again.
great to see you. Thanks for having me.
All right, it's our pleasure. I promise you've got to try some of this stuff. By the way.
I'm really excited. I've been smelling it this whole morning.
It's crazy good. Okay, so how did you get started into comedy?
It's a long story. We don't have enough time for it, Davis. So I'm going to give you the short version, all right?
Okay.
My husband and I met in Seattle, all right? And we moved here from Seattle. We met doing improv comedy in Seattle.
cool.
We came here and we started the first ever brick and mortar improv comedy club, First Coast Comedy. And that's my start, was improv comedy. So I'm primarily an improv comedian. Improv comedy is great because if it's not going well, you can blame somebody else. There's a lot of people there. And it's stand-up. Stand-up is new to me. I just started doing stand-up comedy in December. What is it now, July?
Right.
So it's new. I'm like 7 months in, just like a stand-up comedy baby. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about that transition. What's been different about obviously improv is much more of like you're thinking on your toes and
Yeah.
things like that, and then comedy is written.
Yeah, you gotta
So
like
how-
think
talk
about
to
it.
me about how different that style of performance is.
They're both very hard for different reasons. The thing I love about stand-up is that it forces me to use a totally different part of my brain because I get to use that improv and interact with the crowd.
Yeah.
But I do have to like write jokes that ostensibly are funny ahead of time, right? In theory.
Yeah.
And it's in improv you're not writing. You know, like we do all sorts of comedy at First Coast. We do sketch, we do improv, and we do stand-up. But the thing that makes stand-up so difficult and challenging and fun for me is like write. Punchline, set up punchline, like doing the math of it, right? Because comedy's all about math.
It's hard.
and I'm bad at math.
And like people think that writing jokes is just like, well, I'm funny, haha, I can write jokes. It is fundamentally different. Writing jokes is wildly hard.
Yes.
And like I've written for all sorts of stuff for television, and I have found comedy to be the hardest.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. And it's same with acting too. I used to be a professional actor, and I mean, drama, like I can be sad all day.
Dying's easy,
But
laughing's
yeah,
hard.
Correct. Exactly.
Yeah,
100%.
that's the old adage, right? So let me ask you, how do you go about writing jokes?
I'm more of a riff person, so like I speak to somebody, and then if something funny comes up, I pull my premise from there.
Okay.
Right. And I think it's because I have that improv mindset.
Absolutely.
So usually it's like, oh, that's really good, that's funny. What if I did this? And then I'll kind of. But my children inspire a lot of my comedy too. You'll see that in a little bit here.
Yeah.
Because I have 2 kids, and they are hilarious and hilarious.
That's cool. So that's a great segue. So you're gonna perform for us here in a little bit,
I
right?
am, yeah.
Okay, cool. But before we go, where can we keep up with you?
Yeah, so you can follow me specifically at Mad Grin Comedy on
Okay.
Instagram. That's me. And then First Coast Comedy, we have shows every single weekend. We're producing shows all the time, Fridays and Saturdays. So follow us on all the socials. You can follow us on YouTube too, and then you can leave suggestions in the chat if you're not in our theater.
Right on. You guys do such a great job. It is
It's
absolutely
fun
cool.
and crazy.
Madeline, thank you so very much. We are going to
Thanks.
check in with you here in just a little bit. She's going to perform for us. This is going to be fantastic. But for now, let's send it over to Jordan.
Well, we want to welcome back friend of the show, Alex Trindler, the psychic sommelier. Every time you're here, Alex, you always blow us away. I'm so excited. Great to see you.
Good to be back. Thank you so much for having me.
If you haven't seen him, though, tell us a little bit about what you do, and then we're going to get into some magic.
So I have shows. They're all over. I have a show tonight at Cork Time in Avondale in the Speakeasy and back.
Very
I'll be
nice.
at the Refinery on the 29th for my full moon dinner and wine show.
Yes.
That's one of my favorites
sell
that
out.
I do. They do. They
Yeah.
do. So as the full moon rises up over the ocean, it's a candlelight 4-course dinner and wine pairing with my magic and hypnosis show. It's fantastic.
That is so nice.
so fun.
And yeah, we're seeing some images. And so that's where it is when you do the dinner one?
That's me right there.
That's so nice.
That's me at one of my last Blue Jay shows. And if you've been to my show before, you know that the real party's the after show. I like to stick around after
Yeah.
and do close-up
More
readings and-
intimate
yeah, for anyone who
style.
wants to stay.
Yeah, I've been to one of your shows. It is so cool. So, Dave, why don't you come over here because we love. He has to be in this too because we love. Sorry. Yeah, does it matter?
doing?
Because we want to make sure we're in the right spot
good.
for you.
No-
Okay.
Nothing's at stake here.
We have no idea what he's got up his sleeve. What are we doing
Well,
today?
I know that you have a painter friend of mine on
Yes.
the show today, and we're actually going to be in the same venue tonight. She's doing live painting, and then my show is going to be in the same venue after.
Yeah, and we'll
So
talk with her in a little bit.
I wanted to try something kind of in the same vein, maybe some psychic arts and crafts. I have flashcards.
I love arts
and
and
I have
crafts.
envelopes. Which one of the two of you is more artistically inclined?
Probably him.
Sure.
Yeah, he can draw. I cannot draw.
Flashcard?
Okay.
Sharpie.
Okay.
Show no one, but I'd like you to draw something that would be instantly recognizable to people at home, but unique and meaningful to you.
Oh, gosh. Good luck.
And yeah,
But I can't look even?
Oh, you can look, you can peek if
Okay.
you want.
I kind of want to.
Well, as long as I don't peek.
Okay, I got it. This is very exciting.
Build up.
The
suspense in
suspense
a
is
quiet
killing
moment.
me.
All right, cap the pen, put the
Okay.
pen away. And if you want to put your drawing just face down on top of the rest, I don't want anyone to see it.
You're just making sure it's dry. There you
Gotta
go.
make sure it's dry. All right. This is strange. Okay. A plain black envelope. And look, we'll put it in here. Let's take the tape off and seal it. Should make sure this can't be seen through, it can't be smelled through, it can't.
Smell.
Nothing.
That would be a
funny.
trick in itself.
0.
And we'll do a couple blank ones in here.
Okay.
And
Gosh.
This is so
I
cool.
always get so
Seal 'em
nervous,
up.
but he
Okay.
kills it every time.
There you go. Nice and sealed.
And we'll do another
Smell
blank
proof.
one. And yeah, smell proof. You got to make sure. You don't want to smell through them, man. That's how the real psychics work.
Are we supposed to be mixing these up?
And yeah, if you don't mind
Okay.
giving them a mix.
Oh, geez. Here we go.
All right. When you're ready,
Yeah.
why don't you hand one to me?
Okay.
I think you've chosen right. I think you've chosen right. And just to keep me honest, Jordan, why don't you hold on to it?
Okay.
And David, would you open up those two just to show that what's inside is blank?
My heart.
My heart. Blank.
Oh, God.
There we go. All right, stand by.
Oh, my gosh.
Right.
Okay, okay. All right. And now you're going to try and draw what he has on there? No
I'd
way.
like you to channel any psychic energy you have and try to. Oh boy. I am not a great artist, but I feel like you are. And
I swear, man. If you...
oh my God,
You know he's gonna
I
do
know.
it. It's gonna be creepy.
it's gonna be creepy.
It always freaks
That's
me
the
out,
best
man.
television endorsement I've ever had. It's like I don't know what's gonna happen, but it's gonna be creepy. Now wait, before I reveal this.
Yeah.
Okay, this is really strange. I'm having some kind of a weird premonition about you, and I feel like it might be related to what you've drawn. This is a message about your future. This isn't something you've even talked to anyone about. It's not on social media, and we haven't talked before. This might not even make sense to you right now because I think this is something you started planning so long ago it might not seem realistic
See,
anymore.
I told you, creepy.
But there's a tribute in your future. You were talking to someone about doing a tribute, but it didn't quite come together. You're waiting for a drummer
Yeah.
for your Green Day tribute band.
Dang it!
I want you to expect a call in the next 48 hours because they found your drummer. Your dreams are coming true, and is this what you drew?
Stop.
Dude, stop it! See what I'm saying?
I just opened up the thing, y'all. Look.
Dude. Man,
Do you
you're-
see this?
you're
He drew a
awesome.
guitar. Are you kidding me? That is so
Attempted
cool.
to.
Looks like a Martin.
Oh my gosh. Alex, you are so
That was
amazing.
crazy cool.
Oh my gosh. All right. Well, you gotta
right,
Boot
I'm gonna go.
Scoot and
Okay.
Boogie. In the
That's
meantime,
so
is it
crazy.
alextrindler.com?
AlexTrendler.com.
Oh
should
my
be on the
gosh.
screen.
You are so amazing.
Thank you so much for
Thank
having
you
me.
so
I
much.
really
Look at this,
appreciate you.
y'all. And speaking of art, you mentioned Amy. She's going to be at the event
Oh,
tonight.
she's a way better artist than me. That's
All right, David, what you got with her?
Okay, this is actually really, really incredibly special to me. Alex, that was wild. Okay, so today we're connecting with Art and seeing a true artist at her craft. We have Amy from Art by Amy back on the show, and this time she's here to tell us all about everything she has coming up. And she's also doing a very, very special painting. Tell us who you're painting.
I'm painting your pups. I don't know their names, but these are our sweet angels.
There's August and there's Victor. That is so cool. Or AKA Sandwich and Bubba Chunks.
I'm so excited for your daughter to see them. Those are always the best reactions.
This is very beautiful. This is very cool. Okay, so tell us about your project
Yes.
update.
So the project update is, sorry guys, can't really see right here, but I am doing 100 animals in 1 month
Whoa.
for the zoo. Yes, it is about halfway through. I decided to do really fun categories. So we've got tiny dinos, which are lizards, national treasures. So we could get things like camels and all kinds of different
Yeah.
animals in there. So the hope is that we install them and then we get to do fun swag with all of the different animals that,
That is
we've
so
done.
cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so are there any collaborations?
So the hope is that we are able, I've started working with some of the idea of working with some of the faculty that do amazing sculptures at the zoo.
That's
so
cool.
hoping to do an interactive mural with some of the interns. I am a swoop girl, I'm a UNF,
Right
so
on,
I think
very
it's
cool.
really great to bring that into the community and give them some experience.
I think so, too.
So that's the hope after this, that we can do more things with that. Yeah,
I love it.
I'm
I love
pumped
that.
about it.
Okay, so when and where is the next workshop?
The next workshop, so I actually have it posted. It's with Cultivate. If you've ever been on Park Street, they are an amazing consignment store that has like a workshop space in the back. It's AC. It's going to be on next Sunday.
Okay.
We're painting pots for plants. It's all levels. You don't have to be amazing at it. It's going to be fun.
That sounds great.
It's going to be mimosas, some snacks. Just a cute little fun time to do something on a Saturday or Sunday afternoon.
Very cool. And
Yeah.
you're in my neighborhood, so that's awesome. I love it.
Yes, and the next one will be with Quirk Time.
Very cool.
Which is right by your
That's awesome,
neighborhood,
neighbor. That's
too.
amazing. Okay,
Yes.
all right. So, what's happening on July 20th?
July 20th, that's tonight.
That's tonight.
That is tonight. So that's where Alex is going to be. He's got his show sold out. So I will be there before the show. And it'll be kind of like a fun cocktail hour that you guys can sit, do a little pose. They take 5 to 8 minutes, little silhouettes, just like I did with you guys
Yeah.
at the Garden Club.
In fact, it's actually up on the
Yes.
up on their little bookshelf.
So
up
you
there.
know what to expect, your little outfit or whatever,
Yeah.
something special just to remember the night. And it'll be a lot of fun because you'll get to see some magic.
That is amazing. Okay, so how is the 10-year anniversary being celebrated?
So all of this is going to be at All Spiced Up at Quirk Time.
Gotcha.
Thank you. Sorry, it's kind of a tongue twister, but it's over in Avondale. It is an amazing shop. Anna, Marty do an amazing job over there. I currently have artwork up for Jacksonville Views.
Nice.
So they're celebrating their 10-year anniversary in Avondale, which is super exciting. They're expanding every day, different things. You'll see the bottle there. That is a good example of what's going to be at Quirk Time now.
Okay.
And I'm also putting up new artwork in there.
Nice.
So I'll be putting a good sale for the items that are up, and people can get a good deal on those. And then we'll have more artwork.
That's amazing.
So
If folks want to keep up with you and buy your art, where do we send them?
Artbyamy.net.
Okay.
And most things I try to post on Instagram. If you're into that, definitely check it out. But you can keep up with all the workshops and things like that there.
Okay. Artbyamy.net?
Yes, weddings and
Artbyamy.net.
events. So, sorry,
Fantastic.
go ahead.
All right, well, we'll keep up with you. We're going to check this out
Thank
here in just a bit.
you.
Stick around, guys. We'll be right back after the break.
Sounds good.
Welcome back, everybody. We're joined by LSF Health Systems Associate Vice President of Clinical Program Operations, Erin Whitaker-Hawk. Thank you so very much for being here today. We really do appreciate your time. We haven't had you on the show for a little while. We really appreciate you being back.
Thank you.
All right, so today we're going to be, before we talk about LSF Health Systems' upcoming Zero Suicide St. John's Summit, can you tell me what the Zero Suicide is all about?
Yeah, so zero suicide is an aspirational but really an essential goal, right? And it is a evidence-based model that was part of the U.S. National Strategy for Prevention in 2012. And the goal of the zero suicide model is really for behavioral health and healthcare systems to create evidence-based suicide care pathways for folks who are struggling with suicidal ideation.
Okay, so how serious of a problem is suicide in St. Johns County?
Suicide in St. Johns County has risen sharply over the last 3 years. Even while state and national averages are coming down a little, it's going up in St. Johns County. We're not exactly sure why St. Johns County is seeing those sharp increases, but we are working really hard through things like the Zero Suicide St. John Summit to bring education to the community, to leaders, to businesses, to just the general population.
Yeah, absolutely. That's perplexing.
Yeah.
All right, so how can people and organizations be a part of the solution?
Yeah, I think one of the first things is educating yourself on the resources that are available, right? And so 988, the National Suicide Prevention and Lifeline, is great for folks who are struggling with suicidal ideation. It's also a beneficial resource for family members or loved ones who are trying to help someone who's struggling with suicidal ideation. In St. Johns County specifically, we have a program through St. Augustine Youth Services called Coaches that deals with youth who are struggling. And so you can learn more about kind of how they wrap around kids at sayskids.org.
Okay.
And then I think education is key, right? Suicide is really a community issue. 45% of individuals who have a suicide attempt make it to a behavioral health care or a healthcare provider in that month prior. That leaves 55% of people who don't make it. And so it can't just be healthcare providers, right, being a part of that solution. We're missing 55% of the folks. And so the Zero Suicide Summit in St. Johns County is really to do that, to educate the general population on the warning signs and how you can help.
Absolutely.
And you can learn about that at zerosuicidecommunities.org.
So tell us a little bit about LSF Health Systems, right? So tell us about the organization itself.
So we're a managing entity. We cover 23 counties in Northeast Florida, and our job is to fund and make sure we have a good safety net care for behavioral health. So substance use and mental health services we provide across 23 counties.
Wow. Okay, so if we have some folks at home that are struggling and maybe they need to reach out to you guys, where do we send them?
You can go to lsfhealthsystems.org, and then, you can learn more about our summit at zerosuicidecommunities.org. It's happening on August 12th, St. Augustine Embassy Suites.
Well, Erin, thank you so very much. I really do appreciate all the work that you do for this community and the 23 counties?
23 counties.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, guys. We'll be right back.
Thank you.
Live from the studios of First Coast News, Jordan Wilkerson
First Coast Living live.
and David Benfield.
Sounds good to me.
Well, come join us.
This is First Coast Living.
Welcome back. I'm now joined by Jacksonville Mom contributor Allison Chance and her family. We've got Charlotte and puppy Penny. Thank you so much for joining us today. I was getting some smooches from Penny in the green room. Oh my goodness, how sweet. Today we're talking about summer fun with your pups. I know, isn't she sweet? So you're going to tell us some free places to get some treats for your pup first.
Yeah, definitely. So obviously whenever we come on, we're always talking about everything for the kids and the parents, but we have our little fur babies too. And so Penny loves to go around town, and so some places that you can grab some snacks. Shar, you want to tell them where does she like to go?
She loves Starbucks Pup Cup. She tried to bark when my mom put the thing over her TV thing, and it was crazy because she barked the whole 40-minute drive back home.
Yeah, we went through Starbucks after camp one day, and we got her a pup cup, and we just kind of gave her a little bit because we didn't want her to get sick from it. It's whipped cream, obviously,
baby.
but those are free with a purchase. So if you buy a drink, you can get a pup cup. And then one of our other places that we love to go through is Chick-fil-A. Obviously, they're so friendly and sweet there. And actually, Penny knows when we're at Chick-fil-A. She
can smell it.
She actually can sense it, and she goes to the window and everything. So once again, they really are part of our family, and you want to include them. And so obviously, taking them out and about, going to Brewhound is another place we love to go. And there's a lot, they can meet their little friends and whatnot. But one of the most important things when we do go out and take her out and about is to hydrate.
Yes,
so
keeping them cool.
We have a lot of really cool things. We buy Penny a lot of things.
Yeah, spoiled little baby.
She's a little spoiled, but Penny, would you like some water?
A little.
Penny. So this is really cool because this one here, it's like,
that is cool.
It's kind of like having a baby. I mean, David, you're probably seeing some of these things and you're like, we have something like that for Gwen. But you basically just kind of pour. It's okay. You pour the water here.
That's cool.
And then it creates a little bowl.
A little portable bowl.
And then she can drink what she wants.
Oh my goodness, she's so sweet.
And then whenever she's done, if she doesn't drink it all, you can actually push the button and it will go back into the bowl.
That's cool.
So it's very nice for traveling, and it fits in her little cup holder on her stroller, so it's perfect.
Her stroller. I love it.
And then one of the other things we like to do, she's not really.
I'll do it.
She's not really fond of the little. It's really, you guys, it's serious though. The concrete is very hot for
If
dogs.
it's hot for us, it's hot for them.
So one thing that you want to make sure of if you're not going to put them, if you're not going to do the little shoes for them, there's some little, it's a paw balm that you can get. This is from Target. And and you can put it, okay, let her be. You can put it on her paws. And actually, Charlotte did it one day and my husband's like, what happened to Penny's paws? And we basically moisturize them. So it helps to prevent any burns and whatnot. So yeah, we're a little crazy, but yeah, so she loves that.
Taking care of your baby.
What else, Char?
We have about 30 seconds.
Okay, yeah. So I was going to say one other thing is that if you don't have a dog or you don't have an animal yet, I was going to actually just promote this Humane Society.
Yes.
We love going to the Humane Society to just hang out with animals there. We donate a lot of blankets. They're always needing blankets, and maybe if your pet does pass away, you can donate the food there. They're always needing stuff like that.
Yeah.
So just think about that, because obviously those animals need homes as well. But yeah, we love our Penny girl. You'll see us around town. We pretty much take her everywhere. She really loves to go. Penny, do you want to go on a car ride? Yeah.
Well, thank you both so much for joining us and giving us some great tips to keep our pups cool and safe during the hot summer months. JacksonvilleMom.com if you have any more or need any more tips, right?
Right, exactly.
Thank you both so much for joining us. Great to see you, Charlotte. You enjoying summer?
Yep.
Good. All right, David, I'm heading over to you now.
Come on! We're back here living in the Winn-Dixie kitchen, brought to you by ProCraft Cabinetry. We got Joshua, Wes, JM, and Samuel Fat Boy Fried Rice.
Yes,
and
sir.
man, I'm telling you, dude, I have just been smacking in this thing.
Oh yeah.
The
Wait, we
whole
have some
show.
for Charlotte too. She wanted some.
So I'm
There you go.
telling you, it is
Enjoy.
phenomenal, guys. I'm not joking around. I've just been sitting here happy dancing the whole show. All right, so we're gonna pick up where we left off. What are we doing next?
All right, so this right here is gonna be our sisig fried rice. So it's basically diced up pork belly, and it has that sweet Italian marinade to it. It's a very famous traditional plate in the Philippines.
Okay.
And then we top it off with our signature yum yum sauce.
So this is
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
like our take, our
Whoa.
homage to our culture in the Philippines.
I
So,
dig it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you mentioned
Fried onions on
Filipino,
there.
you mentioned Korean.
Yes, ma'am.
What all
So-
types of Asian food do you serve?
We got it all. We got it all over there. So we got our Japanese over there. We
Okay.
got Filipino. We're Filipino, so
Okay.
we want to make sure, like I said, we
That's
put
awesome.
Represent, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Definitely.
And we got Korean dishes, but like right now, we're also us having a brick and mortar. We're able to basically play around with a different dish and see what we can add and stuff like that. So
Very
it's a lot
nice.
right now.
Get creative.
I'm partial to egg rolls. You got some of those too?
Yes, ma'am. So
Oh.
our egg rolls we have chicken lumpia.
Yeah.
That are at the restaurant and the food trucks as well.
Very good. All right, you ready to dig into this?
Yes, I am.
Here you guys are. Try it out.
Yeah, take a look
Hope
at
you
that.
guys like
See
it.
if we get a little shot.
That is so beautiful.
We
We eat with our eyes first. There it is, David.
Nope. Yep. Oh,
Yeah.
There it is. Oh yeah. All right, let's do it. Let's
All
jump
right.
in.
I'm gonna dig it in.
Go for it.
You said this is pork?
Yes,
Yes, ma'am. Diced pork belly.
Yeah. I'm gonna show you how
my God.
unscared I am.
I don't know which one I like better. They're both so good. What other
so
meats
good.
do you have for your fried rice?
We have chicken, we
Okay.
have shrimp, we have it all. Come out and check us out.
So good. So
It
two
was
food
so
trucks.
good.
Yes,
Brick and mortar's opening soon on the 24th, grand opening.
Yes,
Again.
ma'am.
Right now we're actually doing soft opening, so we are open to the public.
Oh, wow.
Yes, ma'am. Until 7 o'clock, and then on the 24th we'll be open from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m.
Man, I am so glad that Jordan was involved in this interview because there's no way I would have been able to speak to you guys. That is
We
crazy.
take turns. It's all good. It's so delicious. Well, you've turned your passion into a company that has been doing so well. I'm so happy for you guys.
Thank you
I'm
so
very proud
much.
of you guys.
Thank
It's
you.
very
Thank
cool.
you.
I like the fact that you guys you got it. You start in your backyard, dude. And you
Yeah.
just find a passion in something that you really love, and it has grown into a career, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Congratulations,
Thank
gentlemen.
you, man. Thank you.
You've done
Thank
a
you.
great
Thank
job.
you. Thank you so much. Appreciate
Guys,
you.
go out and check Fat Boy Fried Rice. It does not suck. It's quite nice. All right, stick around, guys. We'll see you after the break.
Thank you. Thank you.
How's it going, everybody? I am Leroy Aaron, your resident First Coast Living comedian, and I want to personally welcome everybody to First Coast Living's Comedy Week. In order to start off Comedy Week, we got a banging comedian. She is the co-owner of First Coast Comedy up in St. Augustine. She is your friendly neighborhood goofball. Man, y'all give it up for Madeline Grinley.
Gotta get right to it, okay? Y'all, I just got back from vacation with my husband's family in Wisconsin. Now, my family's Puerto Rican, all right? Puerto Ricans are known for drinking rum, okay? Norwegians, Wisconsinites, are known for drinking.
End of sentence.
I should have been doing a lot better hanging with the boys, but I went shot for shot. I'm still recovering. Thank you, yeah, woo. My whole life has been hanging with the boys. My first ever real job was as a boat captain in Alaska. Wow, wow, wow. You guys, you know your comedy set's going really well when they don't even turn your microphone on and they cut right to commercial. So good, y'all. Thank you. Amazing. Well, I think what I was talking about was my jobs, y'all. I was always hanging with the boys. I was a boat captain in Alaska, okay? It's true. And I'd get guys up there in the wheelhouse. You know, I'm a lady captain, so I'd be driving. They'd be like, oh, you're driving, huh? Women drivers, no survivors, am I right? And they were right. That really what you want your last words to be, though, you know? No, I did. I kept on hanging with the boys. I became a pro wrestler. That's true. You can look me up. I was Vicky, the Captain Dreamboat, all right? A la Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. We got wrestling fans in here? Yeah. Wow, that's way more than usual. Well, I did have a very very big accomplishment as a wrestler, y'all. I was on live TV, all right? And my big accomplishment was a wardrobe malfunction. Yeah, that was the last time I was allowed on live TV, but don't worry, I'm not gonna do that today. I changed outfits just to make sure. But y'all, now I have the most interesting job in the world, which is the job of mom. I do. I have a 2.5-year-old daughter and an 11-month-old son, okay? My son is very chill, my daughter's not. My daughter's very precocious. Now, if you're a parent, you know what that means. It means that she's too smart for her own good and aggressively mean. So mean. She came up to me and my husband the other day, and we're in bed, and she goes, "Mommy, are you married?" And I was like, "Yeah, to this guy, to your dad." And she said, "Are you ever gonna get remarried?" I'm like, first of all, where is the ever coming from? I've been married to him since before you were born, girl. And second of all, no, I love your daddy. I'm never gonna get remarried. She said, "Well, you could if daddy dies." I was like, okay, this is a lot for 7 a.m. Can we not? But you know, you want to validate your kid, so we just nodded. We were like, yeah, baby, you're right. You're right. I'll get out of here. Okay, I'm out of here. My daughter said, "Hey, Mommy, what's wrong with your face?" the other day. And I said, "What do you mean?" She said, "Why do you look so sad and tired?" I said, "Baby, I'm not sad. I'm just tired. I was up all night." And she said, "Mommy, am I going to look like that someday?" Thanks, y'all, so much for having me. Keep it going for the amazing First Coast Living crew and Leroy Aaron. Thanks, buddy.
All week for First Coast Living Comedy Week. We'll be right back.
The Tunnel to Towers Foundation has big plans here in Jacksonville, and Gavin Naples is the Executive Vice President of the Homeless Veterans Program. He's joining me now with the details, so thank you so much for joining us. But tell us, what does the Tunnel to Towers Foundation have planned here in Jacksonville?
Well, thank you for having me. We're creating a Tunnel to Towers Jacksonville Veterans Village for approximately 140 veterans in the area. We purchased a hotel a few months ago. We're going to be gut renovating that hotel. We've begun demolition of it shortly, and we will be building back a beautiful home for our men and women nation heroes.
That is absolutely amazing. So is this just about housing, or is there more to it?
This is about high quality housing, affordable, long-term, sustainable housing, but also addressing root causes of veteran homelessness. So we have a comprehensive wraparound supportive service model that we employ at all of our villages. That's 24/7. It incorporates case management, behavioral health, entitlements assistance, employment assistance, peer support, legal advocacy, financial literacy, ancillary services to address these root causes and provide a platform for rehabilitation and reintegration back into the community.
Wow, this is going to be life-changing for so many people. If someone is interested in living there, what should they do?
They can go to t2t.org. And all of our inquiry forms are available online. We have over 20 projects in development currently throughout the nation. We'll build over 100 villages in the next decade. And for veterans and their families that may be struggling with homelessness or about to backslide into homelessness, eviction notices, foreclosure notices, our National Case Management Network, which is really the backdrop of our program, provides assistance to veterans and their families all throughout the nation in all 50 states and U.S. territories, no matter where they are.
And this is a huge military town here, so this is going to be a game changer. What can you tell us about the scope of the Homeless Veteran Program and how it came about?
It really came about based on the fact that we believe that no person that signed up to defend their country should ever live out on the streets of the ones that they signed up to protect. So we created basically a multi-pronged model to address such a large national problem. There's over 40,000 plus veterans struggling with chronic homelessness, and that does not incorporate the veterans that are sleeping on their brother's couch or just got divorced or just leaving the military or just about to be evicted. So it's a tremendous problem, but we are building these veterans villages, long-term supportive housing units in large metros throughout the nation. As I said, we'll build over 100 in the next decade. We have our case management network that assists veterans and families wherever they are so that there is no barrier to entry. We have a HUD-VASH team that works with over 3,000 VA agents across the nation, but we're not beholden to any sort of subsidy or funding, public funding, so we're able to be very nimble in our response to this problem. We began this program in early 2023, and by the end of this year, we will have provided housing assistance to over 27,500 veterans and over 15,000 of their children, which is an important note. You hear a lot about veterans that are struggling, but you never really hear about the children of veterans that are struggling. They're really silent victims of this problem. So we're able to help them as well, which is a great thing for our foundation.
Yeah, we definitely want to help the whole family, and the Homeless Veteran Program is just part of what Tunnel to Towers does. So what else can you tell us about the foundation?
Sure. We began in the wake of the 9/11 terrorist attacks on New York City. Firefighter Steven Siller was off duty. He ran through the Brooklyn Battery Tunnel into the South Tower, nearly 5 miles, gave up his life to save others. He was a father of 5. He was an orphan himself, and without a second thought, ran towards the danger to help others. So from that sacrifice, the foundation over the last 25 years, this is our 25th anniversary, has provided over 2,000 mortgage-free homes to the families of fallen first responders, Gold Star families, and catastrophically injured veterans.
Wow, and you mentioned 25 years. I cannot believe that it has been 25 years since the attacks. So are you guys going to be doing anything for that anniversary?
Yes, we have a Steel Across America campaign where we're bringing a 50,000-pound piece of 9/11 steel across the United States. We'll be bringing it up, retracing the steps of Steven Siller on 9/11 in September. And we're delivering over 343 homes this year, and we will have provided housing assistance to 10,000 veterans by the end of this year.
I think it's absolutely amazing what you're doing. Thank you so much. Again, if we want more information, whether we can help or give the information to someone who needs it, where do we go?
Sure, T2T.org. If you want to help, you can donate $11 a month. There's a lot of different ways to get involved in our villages and our programs. So just go to T2T.org.
Thank you so much for joining us. And again, thank you for what you do for our veterans and their families. I think it's absolutely amazing.
Thank you so much for having me.
Of course. And everyone at home, if you would like to see this interview again, just head to First Coast News Plus. Most people have heard about artificial intelligence changing the way we work, shop, and communicate. But what if AI could also help families navigate complex legal issues after a serious injury or a medical tragedy? Joining us today is David Roddenberry, co-founder of Mama Bear Law, to discuss an AI-powered legal assistant called Mama and how technology may be helping families find answers faster when they need it most. So thank you so much for joining us. And I love the name too. I think it's really cute. So what is Mama, and what problem were you trying to solve when developing this AI-powered legal assistant?
Yeah, so much personal injury advertising and messaging is really geared towards men, and it's about conquering and blowing up the competition. And we think that there's a big gap there, that women are often the decision maker about who to go to and who takes care of the medical bills and listens to the doctor. So whether it's the wife or the husband or the child who's sick, the wife or the woman is often the decision maker. And so we created a brand, Mama Bear Law, to appeal to her, to acknowledge her importance, and to really reinforce that she is the mama bear. She's taking care of her family. And along with that, we developed Mama, who's our AI agent who handles all of our intake. And the idea is that traditional intake is process driven. It's about getting a few facts together, and Mama is comprehensive. She listens, she takes the time. You can call her at any time. You don't have to do it during business hours. And she captures your entire story. And the idea is to unearth every possible fact that might help your case and not be so, quick, heuristic, judgment driven like traditional law firms are.
So how does the experience of interacting with Mama differ from a traditional legal intake process?
Yeah, so Mama, you can call at any time. She takes your information. She then gathers your medical records, which can be a really lengthy process, working with hospitals to make sure that you get all the information. And then she reviews that information. Your medical records might be 10, 20,000 pages. And so a traditional human, they make a quick judgment. They read a few pages. They say, it doesn't fit with what I've seen in the past. And Mama's comprehensive. She goes through and identifies each time there might have been a mistake made. And she has the background of scientific knowledge because AI is so comprehensive that she can evaluate whether the medical care was provided accurately or not. So we think that AI is going to be embedded in the legal profession in the future without a doubt, because it's so effective at gathering the information. The lawyers are the ones prosecuting the case, but the AI is the one gathering the information.
How does technology help improve access to justice for people who may be intimidated by the legal system or unsure whether they even have a case?
Yeah, so when you think about finding a lawyer, these are medical malpractice and birth injury cases are complex and really capital intensive. And so not any lawyer can handle it. And so if you go to your local attorney who's in your community and you say, hey, help me with this, they might never have done this before and they might not know or have the resources, $150,000, $200,000 taken, needed to hire experts and to make the case. And so, the AI allows you to gather your information, evaluate your claim. You can do it yourself, or you can reach out to Mama Bear Law and we can do it for you. But find out, was a mistake made? And then once you have that knowledge that a mistake was made, you advocate for yourself with the attorneys. You say, what experience do you have with birth injury cases? How much resources? When can I expect a payout? What support will you provide me? And really make sure that you find the right counsel. You can't just have any lawyer. You need someone with the right experience and the pockets to prosecute these types of cases.
All right. Well, how do we get more information on Mama and Mama Bear Law?
MamaBearLaw.com.
Awesome. Easy enough. Thank you so much for joining us and empowering us too. So everyone at home, if you would like to see this interview again, just head to First Coast News Plus. All right, the completed project by Amy.
Okay, this
amazing.
This is too cool.
Yeah.